Okay. So I think that's everything in here. No other people of note to speak to, or are you all just employees of this establishment? Like, you have a name. Does that mean anything, though, Viola? Should we know you? I don't think we are supposed to necessarily know you at this stage, so let's move on. That is, what, the Passiflora?
Truth is, we're
I think?
already dependent on the Black Ones.
Okay, and then let's just check what's across the street here. We ever so briefly looked, I think.
And superstition have always been a fool.
That's locked. And this is also locked. Okay. So in that case, let's head down and around to this part of town where we got the fast travel location. Yes. This is the bridge that takes us northward. I don't think we want to go there just yet. I mean, if we can take the loot here, then I suppose... Reaction. Then let's do it. But now they're just going to tempt me and say, get a little bit closer. A little bit closer, and then ultimately we're going to end up on the other side of town. These lootable? No? Okay. Turn around or we will never go back. Get sucked in. Old door? What, that was the name of this part of the city? I mean, I'm assuming, well, that guy was actually not that far away. I suppose we're kind of hiding behind a corner, but still. Who would have maybe seen us? Yeah, I'm assuming this is, like we were saying before, one of the wealthier parts of town.
Greetings.
But with the Passiflora seemingly seeing for, you know, more the rich folk. The rich townspeople.
What?
The butler is doing carpentry? That seems a little bit odd. I don't know.
Greetings.
You are also a fake merchant. Is that an actual chest? That is a fake chest.
My dad is a witch hunter and chases
Are
old
there
crows.
guards here? There actually might not be. Not seeing. Oh, there's that one right there. Can't really tell if you'd be able to spot us. This is a place, though. Place that could theoretically have things for us to loot, except despite these things lighting up, we can't actually take them. Unless maybe we step further away, or step further still away, and then inch forward. No. Okay. You can take pond fiber, though. That's locked. This is probably also locked. Not sure what the deal is about that place. Strange. There's a guard right there, so even if those were lootable, probably not a great idea. What is that? Oh, that's a hairdresser. That indicator. Alright, this is like directly behind him. I didn't steal it. I said no. You saw precisely nothing. I was curious if you would react. Now you're on the move, though, interestingly. Makes me wonder, I don't even remember anymore if those things were any good. And also, thought I heard something from him. But then, didn't see him. We should really be like facing this way. And then trying to loot. Oh, also didn't even think about whether there would be someone coming from that angle, trying to stop us. Ooh, this is like... Surely no one would see us do this, right? This one, too? Yes. And have we been to this area? I thought this was part of the square that we were in before, but maybe not. The count is stealing if we take this plant. There is
Sit down.
a notice board here, yeah. I'm pretty sure this is the square, right? We've gone back south a little bit. Yeah. Or we could check the notice board again, because apparently there's more stuff here. But... hold on. We have, of course, poked our head into the sewer, so I'm a little bit curious. We may have read this before, but we at least have a little more context now as to what we might expect to see in there. We would like to inform all venerable residents of Novigrad that last week the Temple Guard fished 3 bodies of the following descriptions out of the city sewers. Male, of moderate age, clad in rich apparel, with a birthmark on his upper shoulder. Female, elderly, dressed in a blue nightshirt, numerous blunt trauma wounds all over her body. Male, young, naked, decent tattoo on his... Oh. Okay. Indecent tattoo. These bodies will be examined and identified by the end of the month, then cremated. We would like to take this opportunity to warn our dear townsmen and women against entering the sewers. Despite continual efforts on the part of the brave Temple Guard, they remain an extraordinarily dangerous place. Okay. And then... I think we've read that. And that too. Yeah. So, I mean, we've taken notices from that notice board on several occasions previously, so not terribly surprised to see that there's some repeats there. As for this stuff... That guard right there.
Novigrad, capital of the world. Yet they did such rabble.
That guard would just, like, walk away for a second. Allow us to loot some of this stuff. That'd be great. Not hearing any dissent with us taking these things. Not that they're terribly valuable, it would not seem. Now we know. And can we go in here? No. It seems like most of the time... Oh, and this guy's back now. It seems like most of the time the doors that... Huh? Percival something shop? The doors that have metal... I don't even know what to call them. Studs? Tend to be locked. This one obviously is boarded up. As a result of an incident of a racial nature, Percival Schuttenbach has moved his shop to Mahakam. We invite all our loyal customers to visit us on Mount Carbon. Okay. Boarded up shop and move. Percival Schuttenbach and Field Marshal Duda, jewelers. For every ring is that special ring. Okay. Jewelers, but they are no longer here again. Don't really think that's safe to take that with the guard so close by. Like this door, I'm assuming is locked. Based on how it has metally stuff.
From now on, assume your every move's observed.
Is that so? Okay, yes. Just checking. I obviously didn't take it, but... Given how he said that, couldn't just let him get by without actually testing that theory. Well, I guess I won't be taking that loot either anytime soon. Yeah, it does seem like not only are there rich townspeople here, there are a lot more guards, and that is perhaps not a coincidence. Because there are guards like every 10 steps, it seems.
Everyone's always on me, selfish twats.
Have we been to this spot yet? No. In fact, yeah, this is definitely further west than we've ever been. In the northern part of the city. Well, we've never been in this centermost part, I don't think. So, hear commotion. Not entirely sure where it's coming from. Oh, over here.
Our townhouse in Vizima's trade quarter. It has a red sword.
Oh, don't know if there's actually anything to do with these bards. Other than to say, howdy do.
Tomorrow is another day. Shall we meet at the bathhouse, as always?
Oh no, that's a terrible
Had to try.
Why is that?
Actually thought that was going to be a well, and I'm surprised that we didn't
heard the big
make it more of a splash.
Everyone has.
So, admittedly, not what I was expecting to happen. Okay, so, despite there probably being tons of loot here, obviously not a good idea. That is locked. This is probably also locked. Based on our previous theory. This will also be locked. I'm hesitant to even hold the sprint button because it is, of course, the same as the loot button. And what with the guard so close by, that feels like not a great idea. What is that indicator here? Boo! Oh, this is Hierarch Square. Really? Yeah, so we made it as far south as this. Oh yeah, armor. Is that dumpling dude? I don't think so. Oh. Go through here. You. I think we'll have some things to say to you. Words? I thought you were an armor smith. Yeah, like this.
Mastercrafted armor. Think you could make me some?
Ooh, I did get my journeyman's papers, but I've yet to make anything akin to a masterwork. You might try
Darn
him,
it.
Felon. A dwarf there goes by Fergus. He might help. Guildsmen claim there's no one better anywhere south of the Pontar.
Okay, yeah, I'm assuming that is the guy who we spoke to previously, who, I forget what the deal was, but he was near the Baron's place in Crow's Perch, and gave us a quest that was in multiple locations, and for that reason we have not started it yet, and I think it's also a little bit of a high level still for us. So, what do you have, then?
Show me what you have in stock.
Because at the very least, this could be a good person for us to sell armor to, because we have our fair share of that. And it is fairly heavy as well. Like, ooh, we should not have held on to this. Well, it only weighs 1 unit, but still. Okay. We have our old Nilfgaardian boots. Pains me to part with them. But I think we probably do here. They are pretty outdated at this point. These are actually interesting. They're pretty close in terms of armor rating. Same amount of durability, more or less. That's not really a factor. They do have more resistances, yes, but that is probably largely because they have medium armor, whereas our current armor that we are wearing is light. So for that reason, yeah, I suppose we do still sell. And these, definitely not so great. Sell those. Chest plates. This, the Nilfgaardian armor, which we were using at one point, of course, for an extended period of time, has less durability than our current armor that we are using. Has slightly less armor, but if we were to repair it, it'd be pretty darn close. The resistances are higher, but again, that's comparing medium armor to light armor, so that's probably to be expected. So it's very close. I'm actually not sure if we want to sell that. Whereas this is also medium armor. There's a fair bit less armor, despite having more durability, so I think that's gone then. This, I think, seems like the most informative value that we see in terms of how useful an armor is not so much the individual, like, resistances and things of that sort, as much as it is the required level. It seems like, more or less, any piece of armor, or weapon for that matter, that has the same required level, and it has the same rarity, is roughly as powerful. And it's mostly just a matter of what is your preference in terms of like, well, maybe this one is also level 7 requirement and relic rarity, except instead of having Yrden sign intensity, it has Igni sign intensity. But otherwise is more or less the same. So it's, again, mostly just a matter of preference there. It seems like that's the case for most armors that have the same level and the same rarity. At least that's my impression. And for that reason, it seems like, you know, on this occasion when we have a level 7 armor, that should be pretty safe for us to sell that. Level 9 is perhaps a little bit closer because our existing armor is level 11, and this is relic rarity versus our current armor being only light. But this is still comparing medium to light, so we can probably still dump it. As far as level 7, so this should be pretty safe for us to get rid of. This is medium armor, which is why it has higher resistances, but, well, it's still okay, though. Huh. Level 10 versus level 11 should be pretty darn similar. This does seem like one where if we, well, the armor rating is still lower despite having higher durability, I should say. So, yeah, I think we sell it. Then for this one, level 8, yeah, you're out of here. How much money? This guy has a ton of money. I was gonna say, we've just been selling with Reckless Abandon here. He does not care. This. Dump it. Dump it. Dump it. That's odd that suddenly the comparison is all the way up there, but definitely dump it. Definitely dump it. Just master rarity. Yeah, dump it. Yeah, I think... Oh, now the merchant's starting to run out of monies. Okay. So we probably do have some things, though, that we could buy from him, because we've not even looked at that stuff yet. Some things that are too high of a level for us. Just one level away, though. Something like this, I think it's basically just a higher level version of what we currently have. Yeah, the resistances are outright different, though. Strangely. It's not even like, even with the same name, those are the same. But that would definitely still be an upgrade. It's almost tempting to purchase one here and have it ready to go for as soon as we get our next level. So this is not a great, but half-decent bit. Mostly what I was thinking of, though, was starting off with, are these treasures? Edwin Greylock's third map. Yeah. I think we definitely want that for another treasure hunt, and then I'm assuming this is similar. Fully faded notes by Hieronymus on the Witcher Elgar. I think Elgar is also the name of the person who was giving us that previous map. These are... okay, parchment. Mostly looking for diagrams. Are any of them any good? Because, well, they're just glyphs. Lesser glyphs at that. And the answer is we've seen plenty of that stuff before. So I'm not terribly convinced that we need to pick it up here. But whoa, diamond? That might be the first time we've seen that. Or emerald, we've definitely seen the dust for those types of things in the past, but maybe not the outright item. Lesser glyph of infusion? I don't remember ever hearing that one come up. Powdered pearl, yeah, I think there are some actually somewhat rare crafting materials here. The powdered pearl, I remember looking for some explosives. That's been something we've needed, and it's been hard to come by. Maybe a similar story for black pearl dust. So that is very expensive, though, both of them. So I would like to consider it, but then on the other hand, that is perhaps a bit of a tough pill to swallow. Wax is a crafting component? I don't know what for. Maybe for making other crafting components, like upgraded crafting components. What is this one? I don't remember ever seeing something that needs that, but again, seems like something for probably crafting armor, I would assume. Okay, so I think those were the most obvious things, picking up those treasure maps whenever we see them. And we might now be able to sell, say, well, we still have a lot, actually. We have all of our pants, all our trousers. We could probably still dump a fair bit here. That's an easy sell. That, huh. It is level 13, and it is relic rarity compared to our level 11 magic rarity item. Light armor versus medium armor, and yet it has more armor. Yeah, I feel like we probably got this and didn't even realize it, because this is looking like a pretty clear upgrade. Let's definitely hold on to that. This looks like just a worse version of it. Let's dump that. This also looks good, yes, however it is a heavy armor. I think that is probably largely the reason why it's also level 13, though. So if we wanted to go back between light and heavy armor, might be nice to have both these options here. This is a worse version of the heavy armor, so we probably sell this. And that will make our trader friend here just about broke. We can almost sell the Nilfgaardian trousers. They are only worth 20 coins, which might be partially because they still have 70%, 77% durability. I'm gonna say, I was expecting because they were probably completely broken, but that was not really the case. So could we perhaps purchase other things and then sell other things? And the crafting things didn't look terribly enticing. Just buy some junk while we're at it. I'm kind of curious what this breaks down into in terms of components. But silver, always nice to accumulate more of that. But we were talking about how getting more of black pearl dust or powdered pearl might be useful. I mean, I don't know offhand. Obviously, I didn't check to see if there are any specific alchemy recipes that need that exact ingredient. So it's a bit of a risk there without checking. It is speculative in that way. Or alternatively, we could purchase some kind of armor here. Not a huge fan of that because I think we are close to being able to get some better stuff from, well, the dumpling dude, I think is mostly a weaponsmith. So maybe it's okay to go the armor side of things. We did see that we have an upgraded pair of trousers we can swap over to. That's probably not a fairly high priority here, but say, getting a nice pair of boots. It's not terribly expensive. And this is good level for us. Epic rarity. It's light, which I think I prefer, generally speaking. So I'm feeling like we could go for this. We'll swap to those, and that means now we can dump some of our heavier stuff that we're holding onto. That's interesting. I mean, we're again going to end up changing our trousers anyway in all likelihood, so let's not pay too much attention to that. This is mostly showing up as seemingly so good because it is medium compared to light armor. Even though it's a lower level by a somewhat significant amount. Interesting. The armor rating is still lower, despite having a fair bit lower durability. Huh. I remember when we first got these, they were really good, and I was impressed. But might they actually be worth swapping over at some point? These Assassin's Gauntlets, they're definitely out of date. Get rid of those. Nilfgaardian ones, they were good while they lasted. Did we conclude as to whether or not we wanted to get rid of the trousers? I think we still do. They are potentially even better than the ones that we currently have, but they're not the best trousers that we have at the moment. That probably still belongs to either of these guys. Those are the real ones we want to switch over to. And this, I think we also sell. That'll get our vendor here pretty low on coins. We could get rid of our Nilfgaardian chestplate as well. This one's pretty beat up. And this is comparing light to medium armor. I think we probably can sell this, and it weighs 6 weight units, so... Oh, we can't quite afford it? Yeah, you can't quite afford it. So... we're gonna equip those. We just bought them. We're gonna use these, and then... Is there anything else we can do? We got to buy something. Could buy some repair kits. I think we do have our fair share, we just haven't been using them because been thinking we're going to swap over to things soon, and we are definitely going to. We are going to right now, in fact. Not sure what the current state is going to be of durability on our gear. Once we do that, might resolve many of those issues. Do we do something like pick up a black pearl dust or something like that? Maybe we could... Oh, what if we dismantle some stuff? I'm assuming that also gives him the coins so that he can buy stuff from us later on. Same way he would get coins if we were to purchase things from him directly. So let's break down the silver pantaloons, because that's good, getting silver and silk. Currently destroyed. Any upgrades will be covered. Sure. Silver candelabra? Yeah. Get some, actually, silver ingots out of that. Wow. That's amazing. This is needed to complete a quest, so don't do that. As is that. As is that. Can be sold for a significant sum or broken down and dismantled. Not sure whether it's better to sell gold things or break them down into components, because I assume they're valuable either way. Butter knives. Yeah, they do give iron ore, as we might have expected. Well, what does this break into? Nothing? Okay, never mind. Fishing rod is timber and string. Yeah, I guess. And then string we want to keep. That's basically a raw crafting component. Shells for black pearls. I don't remember what black pearls are good for. Apparently they're used to craft things, so sure. Ladles give us more timber. Yeah, I think for the most part we've just been accumulating our fair share of junk, so let's break some of that down. Is this not? Oh, no, it does turn into stealing it in half. Oh, was I looking in the wrong place for this? This turns into vial and dye. The vial is not great. We were eyeing the dye earlier and wondering what you can actually use that for. And I don't know. I think it said it's a crafting item of some variety, and I'm not sure we have any of it at all. So yeah, let's do this. And the vials we could break down into glass, but I don't really think that's of any use to us. Two more of this. Pearl. That's not bad either. And normal candelabrums. Okay. Iron. It's not bad. Hardened timber. It's actually a better kind of timber. Also not bad. Wax and string. I'm not sure we have any wax. Saw that this guy was selling some. I didn't really know what to make of it. So I'm basically just going to break down all of our junk here. We have a reasonable amount of coins with which to do it, and we might be looking to sell more things to this guy later, and it allows us to do that. This perfume can be broken down into vials, oil, or we can sell it. So if we sell it, it's worth 4. Otherwise, we get some oil out of it. And I don't remember exactly what oil is good for, but yeah, we'll do it. Goblin. Iron ore? Sure. The casket. Timber and iron. I wasn't sure about that. Yeah, I'd probably rather do that than, say, hold on to a casket. Didn't see how heavy it was, but I assume it was probably pretty heavy. Timber from the mug is not great. Yeah, so we've been selling most of our hides for coins. We do get a lot of them, so I don't know how regularly we need to actually turn them into scraps, but we've sold enough. Yeah, well, let's just see how valuable some of these are. That's pretty valuable. I think we have some different kinds of hides that we could theoretically pick up that are worth less, and that we would be better off breaking those down into components. Oh, except I just did exactly the opposite of what I said I was going to do. I meant to say, what I did say, and just did the opposite of, was that we ought to sell those hides because they're worth a fair bit. We get the coins out of them, and then only break down the cheap hides like rabbit pelts, and those I think didn't give us all the items we might have wanted, but like 31 leather scraps is not a ton. That's not the end of the world that we broke those down, but there are just probably more efficient ways to get that. And I think all the stuff down here is more or less going to be things that are already broken down the way we want them broken down. Or basically they're more valuable as is. We probably don't want to do anything with these guys. Yeah. Let's leave those as is. And now the merchant has 307 coins. That should mean we can now go back to selling some things, or we could similarly opt to craft with him, although you're saying he's only a journeyman, not a master. I do think that is still the best armor smith that we've seen in that case. It's actually worth a fair bit. 303 coins? Wow. It's heavy armor. I think that heavy armor, even if it's not necessarily that much better, is just more valuable than the light armors. which I suppose makes some sense if it's like, you know, made of metal rather than cloth. That basically single-handedly takes all of our merchant gear's money. But you know, that's fine, I think. So now we have broken things down into components. We have a lot more of that. We have actually still made money from all these transactions, and we picked up a nice pair of boots. We realized that we had a nice pair of trousers. We'll hold on to this shirt because I do think that is a crafting component for other chest plates. Vaguely remember that. Could even see if this guy could craft something good for us for that reason. Like I said, I think he is still the best craftsperson from an armor standpoint that we've seen thus far. We just picked up some decent boots. We probably don't want to do this, however, griffin boots would be decent. Looking at things that are close to our current level, I think let's throw on our current gear, or the gear that we just realized is better than our current gear.
So long.
That way we have some more accurate comparisons. So if we do this, and we throw this on, and we throw, it wasn't this, that's heavy. We want this instead. Then our attire looks even more odd perhaps than it did before, what with the increasing contrast between our chest plate and our pants. But you know what? We'll make it work. Garrett will make it work. He can rock anything. So now I think it is perhaps a little bit easier to make those comparisons between our current armor and armor that this guy could craft for us. It's just still weird that this guy is talking about swords when he is first and foremost an armor guy.
Willing to craft something for me?
You know, like, not a sword. It's like on this occasion we see that these things are just all out worse, all round worse. Still, the griffin boots maybe, but I think probably better if we pass on those for now. We did just pick up some decent ones. Mountain folk boots. Yeah, like these are only craftable through a journeyman. That's why we might not have seen these before. So like chest armor, I think we're kind of in need of an upgrade. This wouldn't be a terrible idea. Out of curiosity, what does it cost? Linen, leather, meteorite. Whoa. And dark steel, which we don't have a lot of. Does it say, oh, medium weight armor? Yeah. Whereas this is light. This is level 14 medium armor. 1. 18, so we're somewhat close to being able to get this. This is medium, and it actually was an upgraded version of griffin armor. Do we have a normal griffin armor? This is enhanced. Wolven, yes, there is normal one. Here it is. This is medium. Wolf is also medium. I feel like, at least at the moment, my impression is that my preference is light. Haven't really done a perfect comparison, like doing light armor and then immediately switching to medium armor and seeing what the difference is. But at least my perception is that that's my preference, if that means anything. So, it's also medium. In that case, ideally, I'd be looking for someone that is around our level and light gear. Definitely not that. It's light, but not very close level-wise. Then we're down to just crafting components. But I feel like we're looking better now. Maybe even without crafting anything. But with us swapping around a little bit of gear and purchasing some other gear. Let's try this shopkeeper yet? Yes. That's Vivaldi. Okay. The good thing that we checked that out, excuse me. We still, I don't think I've seen everything up here. Oh, actually, this is further the west. I was thinking, tried everything up there just yet. Might not have.
Just the good position where they tossed the leftovers.
What was that?
Have we seen all this stuff? More merchants here, and more fake merchants at that.
Today, for I'll be gone tomorrow.
Are you leaving?
Gonna be sick.
Where to?
To Kavir, no doubt. Is it peaceful there? No. I've
Shut up.
received the summons. It says,
I don't think we've seen this. This does not look familiar. This looks like a jail. Oh, with this kind of door like that. Huh. No, we definitely have not yet been here. Anything here? Pretty sure that's safe. Oh, there's a guard directly behind us. Never mind. Definitely not safe in that
another
case.
day gone to shit.
Hmm. What is a little odd? Change in elevation. I really thought the door was going to be locked. Why, you ask? Because it had metal on the door, of course. Hey, old man. How are you? Say, you got anything valuable in here? Oh, you know, a Witcher's gone into your house and is now stealing everything. Nothing out of the ordinary, really. Yeah. I don't think there's anything else here. Unless we can go through a secret passageway behind... No. Not a secret passageway.
You can learn a great deal when you're gripping a pair of pincers or wine.
Okay.
Will you buy me something
This spot. Have we
Of
been
course,
here?
dear. What would you like?
It looks
Wish you health.
similar to another place where we bumped into some merchants, but I think that was much further south, so
And I'll give you a
I think
substantial.
this is still new to us.
You ever aim to show your customers some respect? Rubbish you
But I'm not sure any of these people
Could you?
have anything in particular to say to us. We could go... I'm assuming this is the northern shore. Yeah. Up there? Let's just see if there's anyone else to speak to here. This seems like a big building of some variety. Over here, that I'm not sure we've been in yet. That might be the Passiflora all the way up there. I think we're in that general area now. We're headed back in that direction. Pretty sure that coast is clear. Oh, there's some of that leather. And some other decent crafting materials as well. That lootable? Nope. This is, though. Get some of those hides back. Okay. Nothing hiding in that corner. Can we go in through here? Did look like a pretty big building. As did this. So surely we can make that happen somehow. Silverton, yes, but what about it? This building looks like maybe a
Must I call the
big
guard?
Church of the Eternal Fireplace? I don't know. Have we gotten in there?
Got my eye on you.
Oh.
good one.
I think that is true. And no, I definitely do not think we've been here yet. Definitely looks like some kind of temple. Place of worship. But it is locked. Darn. Okay, I'd have to imagine we'll be in here at some point, right? That looks like this is an important place. Huh. Okay. Oh, and this was... Okay. Where I got distracted by this. I remember that.
You know, Mr. Mengo.
But
You don't.
is there a way in that building? Is that still the same building? Are they connected? I don't really think so.
Things are generally tidy.
The doors over here were locked as well. So it seems like that may just be a large building that we'll have to wait to get into on some future occasion. Hopefully we'll have that opportunity. And that means, unless we can get in through here, that we are now all the way up north, and we have been here once before briefly. I don't think we went quite this far in this direction.
Gives monsters the shits.
Water is shallow. Is there anything in it? Well, there's this stuff here. No guards. Ooh, there's another one there. Hold on. Oh, had it for a second. Yep. There it is. Okay, we got this. And doesn't mean there's anything over here per se. Huh. Ooh. Sewers? Okay. That's a little freaky. Yeah, you know, like the whole... Also, may or may not have thought that the door just closed on us. But you know, like the air gets all thick and light gets dark. This has got to be good, right? No! Just hunting trousers. Simple little hunting trousers. They're so hidden, though. Had to be good. Anything else? Anything better hiding in this general area, perhaps? What is this? This looks strange. This is the huge bridge that combines the southern part of the city with the northern tip. There, I told you there's always something under the bridges, except when there isn't something under the bridge. But on this occasion, there are two things under the bridge, so that totally makes up for it. Okay. What do we have? Geralt, please do not do 360s under the water. Okay, some gloves. And that one. Can we do this too? Iron ore nails. Yeah. Doesn't look like it's a game changer or anything like that. But it is something. The point still stands. Let's just double check if there's anything else further in this direction. Don't necessarily think that's going to be the case. Because now we are perhaps starting to deviate a little bit more from Novigrad itself. We saw there were some islands over here when we were looking for the Passiflora. I think that might be what we're starting to see here. Unless you can, like, go up here and find something, which seems unlikely. Unless there's, like, something in that little tiny crevice there. Or here. Also seems extremely unlikely. Go, go. Oh, that's just buckthorn. I think those are all buckthorn. Just a lot of it. Yeah, and that is the little island, which at some point we might want to visit. This up here, I think is what we're seeing. But I think that can probably wait for the time being. So let's head back. And I think at this point, we looked at this? What was that? I think at this point we now more or less only have this northwesternmost area on this island here. And then I don't know if we ought to go to the northern island from there. Or if we want to start maybe doing that level 20 quest that we were saying previously. We were close to feeling like we were ready for it, but maybe not quite ready for it. So, yeah. We should probably head back up. The question is how best to do that. Because, you know, we're, like, not anywhere near a fast travel location right now, presumably. And may not be able to get back up and into the city all that easily. I am a little bit curious as to whether there's anything in this spot here, but again, yeah, I'm kind of thinking that if anything, we're just likely to get ourselves trapped. There might be those crates. Can't tell what those are from here. If that's just some kind of lumber. I think it's just some kind of wood that was once marking a path. Yeah. So this is walking on over to the other island that is no longer, or not really island, more to the Oxenford area. So basically no longer Novigrad. So for that reason, let's not go there. That is Buckthorn is staring us straight in the face. So sure, we'll take it. It would be faster if Geralt would actually just commit to swimming, even if, say, you can still walk here. get it, yes. Could take more buckthorn, but at this point, will we ever need it? I don't know. We might just be set for life. So I guess we swim around. Oh, there's still guards here. Hello. Several of them, in fact. That's probably a bit of an establishment, a city of sorts. We're technically back in Novigrad, kind of, sort of, just don't think about it too much. And I'm hoping that we'll find there's a way up to this bridge from here. And alright. Take this buckthorn too, if you insist. Can we get up from here? The answer appears to be no. And I'm hoping
Looks like rain.
that we can get up from a similar angle. Oh, we could just... I suppose we could go over to the other side. And there is even a fast travel location here. It's probably preferable anyway. Just to remind ourselves, we are now on the eastern side of the Oxenford Gate. And we have done some exploration here, yes, but for the most part, we're saving that. But I think what we want to do is we probably do want to fast travel back to this bridge here. Then we're going to make our way over to sort of like where the shopkeeper is roughly the only area I think that we've not yet explored in this section of the city, this whole island here. And obviously we've gotten to this already, and this southwestern island as well. So at that point, we'll be pretty far along in terms of making our way through the city. Another thing to bear in mind is, of course, that there is a main quest in here, that being meeting up with Triss, and we've not yet done that, so that could be another thing to do if we feel like we are looking for a little bit more experience before we start doing some of those level 20 to mid-20s side quests, and that might be a way to make that happen. Oh, that actually was the fast travel, though, so we should actually confirm. Yeah, but again, that's one of those things where, because, at least in the past, we've found that we don't always want to do the main quest right off the bat. Let's just throw it in the general area of that. We might find that, well, we want to delay that as much as possible this time around, and we have delayed it a fair bit. Of course, it wasn't the first thing we did in Novigrad by any means.
Oh.
What? We've been over here yet? Yeah, you guys are quite cranky. This doesn't really look familiar here.
Annoyed.
Maybe we just haven't quite been all the way to the northernmost section here. There are like 3 or 4 guards here. What are you doing there? Yeah, this does not look familiar, so I don't think we've been here yet. And there are tons of guards, so I'm pretty hesitant to take that, even if I'm not immediately seeing any. It's kind of dark and rainy here as well, so maybe it's even worth doing some quick meditation. Oh, and we did see there were some Eternal Fire Priests, okay. We've not actually seen much in the way of official buildings that were tied to the Eternal Fire, but we might be about to find them right here. Besides that one that we were locked out of, and I assume we'll ultimately find a way to get in there, but I thought we heard people saying that there are a bazillion of them here. I'm a little surprised that we didn't run into any earlier, but maybe they're all clustered in one section and we are only now making our way over to that section. Yeah, but there was also that quest that was showing up down, like, here-ish, that we were going to go to, but wanted to explore a little bit of a different section of town first, and then by the time we got around to it, it was no longer available to us. And I don't think we ever got around to it at all. I maybe just forgetting it, but theoretically that could be something that we could still do to get a little bit more experience before we continue going on to other quests. Other than that, where exactly are we? There's our marker. Oh, whoa! Did we cross the bridge? Oh, that's why. We crossed the bridge. I didn't mean to do that.